It's a Wednesday, so you know what I normally do on a Wednesday? I power rank. But, I mean, there's 8 teams left and 10 slots. I mean, what am I going to do? The power rankings of who are the best teams in the National Football League, those days are over. Yeah. I'm turning to pages.
Until next year.
I'm turning a page. It's all about page turning. You know what I mean? I'm just saying this. My power rankings and the way I traditionally do my power rankings, we're going our separate ways right now.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean?
Journey.
Dang.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not firing it.
Right.
I'm not stepping down from it.
Mutually
I'm just saying we're mutually parting ways.
Mutually agreeing. Yeah, okay.
So what I have here, with 8 teams left in the National Football League playoffs to chase the Lombardi Trophy, I have power ranked the possible Super Bowl matchups in terms of the most compelling Super Bowl matchups. Hit it. Rankings.
There are many like it, but this one is mine.
Power Rankings.
All right, I am power ranking the possible Super Bowl matchups.
What do we got?
As you know, I go storylines, I go history, I go interest, I go eyeballs, I go narratives.
No ticket prices?
That's correct. I leave out the ticket prices, Mike.
Ratings.
$35.50.
Number 10 on the list is 49ers against the Texans. Texans v. 49ers. We mentioned this to D'Amico Ryans when he joined this program just a couple weeks ago. Have you begun to even think about where the Super Bowl is being played, D'Amico Ryans? Wouldn't that be wild, D'Amico Ryans, if you took the Texans to the spot where you began your coaching career on the staff of the San Francisco 49ers? And he said, Rich, you're going to start to make me cry here, essentially. I almost went full, Roy Firestone on him. But that would be pretty cool. Texans versus 49ers, D'Amico Ryans versus the guy in Robert Saleh, who is now the defensive coordinator there twice over, with D'Amico Ryans having left to go coach the Houston Texans. It would be pretty cool to see that matchup. Number 9, 49ers versus the Denver Broncos. In this day and age of head coaches who also call the plays, Sean Payton and Kyle Shanahan are top 5, if not top of the list. I'm sure Sean McVay is raising his hand. You got Ben Johnson doing it now, just to name others. But Sean Payton and Kyle Shanahan on the same field, dialing up plays against the other team's defenses. And then, of course, Elway's franchise against Montana and Young's franchise, just two franchises that have been in the Super Bowls quite often.
A rematch of the largest Super Bowl blowout.
That's another one that I don't know if I call that a narrative, but number 8 on the list. How about Rams and Broncos? How about Sean Payton on the sideline, Sean McVay on the other sideline? 2 other top-notch play callers, as I mentioned. But the 2018 NFC Championship game, I think, would be mentioned quite a bit because we all know Sean Payton was on the Saints sideline in that NFC Championship game. The pass interference call that wasn't, we all know, still sticks in the craw of everybody in the Bayou, and also, I'm sure, Sean Payton as well. Certainly since the Rams went on to go to that Super Bowl and score only 3 points rather than Drew Brees going with the Saints to take on Tom Brady and the Patriots. That's something that I think Sean Payton would be thinking about heading to the sideline of Super Bowl 60 of Rams versus Broncos. Number 7 on my power rankings of possible Super Bowl matchups, Seahawks and Patriots. We all know,
good one,
obviously, about the Malcolm Butler moment. We'll be seeing that quite a bit. And Mike McDonald will be like, what are we talking about? I wasn't on the sideline. Pretty much everybody on Seattle will be like, who cares? Right? What are we talking about? and bring that up to Vrabel, too. Vrabel will be like, why are we even talking about this? Because we talk about rematches and Super Bowls and things of that nature. But Sam Darnold going against the Patriots. Now, that's something that would be, in terms of remembering the past.
Seeing ghosts.
That's the moment. Sam Darnold, the Jet, winning his first Super Bowl against the Patriots would really, really stick in the craw of many, many, many in New York, New Jersey, and surrounding New York Jet areas. That would be wild. Sam Darnold wins the Super Bowl by beating the Patriots. Come on. Couldn't pull that out of your butt fumble if you tried.
Hey, now.
6 on my power rankings of most compelling Super Bowl matchups, Bears and Patriots.
There you go.
Okay, listen.
Another rematch.
How about this? In Super Bowl 60, you get a Super Bowl 20 rematch. You could actually divide the number of Super Bowls and come up with a nice number, right? 3.
Shuffle.
Of course, we all remember the fact that William the Refrigerator Perry was given the ball on the goal line, not Walter Payton. That's kind of, I can't still believe it to this point in time. But it would also be the matchup of Caleb Williams versus Drake May, the first overall pick of the 2024 draft, going against the third overall pick of the 2024 draft to win the 2025 season. I asked NFL Research, what is the record for a Super Bowl matchup between two of the highest drafted quarterbacks from the same draft class? Have we ever seen that before? And I got back an answer. Thank you, Ben McWilliams. There's only been one other Super Bowl in which two quarterbacks from the same draft class played against each other, period. And that's Super Bowl 18, when Jim Plunkett took on Joey T, Joe Theismann.
Wow.
Plunkett, the first overall pick of the 1971 draft. Joe Theismann, the 99th pick of the 1971 draft. By the way, that was a fourth-round pick, number 99 overall back in the day. Oh. That's the only other time this would set a record that would only be beaten if a number 1 overall pick faces a number 2 overall pick from the same draft in the Super Bowl.
Jeez.
We've never seen it before. We may never see anything like it again if it happens.
I like that.
That's number 6 on my list. Number 5 on my list, Seahawks versus Broncos. Obviously a Super Bowl 48 rematch, something Seahawks fans would love to forget. Denver Broncos fans would love to forget. Seattle fans will never forget it. We also know back in the day, we talked about it prior to Super Bowl 48, the Seahawks spent 25 years in the AFC West. The fact that this is a Super Bowl matchup. Also, would it be the lowest scoring Super Bowl maybe in the history of the Super Bowl? With these two defenses going against each other?
What is the lowest? Patriots-Rams was 13-3.
13-3. I mean, it would be a defensive defense palooza in this Super Bowl. And then let's go the opposite end. Number 4 on the list, Rams-Bills. I haven't mentioned the Bills yet.
I thought that would be number 1.
No. Rams-Bills. If week 14 of last season gets played in Super Bowl 60, we would not stop talking about it. Like this catch from Puka Nacua would go up there with one of the greatest catches in the history of the Super Bowl. 902 yards of combined offense happened in the 44-42 win of the Rams over the Bills last year in week 14. Josh Allen became the first player in NFL history with 3 touchdown passes and 3 touchdowns runs in the same game. He had 342 yards passing, 82 on the ground. Stafford, 320 in the air, 2 touchdowns, 1 to Nacua, who also, by the way, had his first career rushing touchdown in that game. Oh, and by the way, it was 902 combined yards between both teams with no turnovers and no sacks allowed in that game. Could you imagine if that gets played in Super Bowl 60? Number 3 on the list, Rams-Patriots. If this happens, guys, it would tie Steelers versus Cowboys for the most Super Bowl matchups between the same teams ever with 3. Super Bowls 10, 13, and 30 for Steelers-Cowboys. Super Bowls 36, 53, and 60 for Rams and Patriots. We all know the first time it happened, Tom Brady sparked a dynasty. The second time it happened, Tom Brady got another win, his final one as a Patriot in the Super Bowl. And also, Julian Edelman won the MVP of that Super Bowl. Jules. Rams-Patriots would be quite something. And also a matchup of, at the time, we would know who's the MVP, who finished second, who could have the last laugh, who could say, I should have been one.
Nice.
Not you. Number 2 on the list is Bears and Bills. Do you imagine if this is Super Bowl 60, Bears and Bills? One, as you know, the Bears have only won once since 1985. They haven't been back in 19 years versus never won it before. Back at it for the first time since the 90s. Caleb versus Josh Allen would be quite compelling as well. My number 1 possible Super Bowl matchup in terms of my power rankings is Niners and Bills. One team last won it in 94, have been back. Another team, as we know, has not been back since the early 90s and have never won it. And the only reason why I choose this one is because the Niners can win it in their own building. And against a Bills team that is moving to another new building, trying to win it for the first time and the last time of their old building. And Josh Allen grew up in Fireball, California, Northern California, against the team probably of his youth that he had been rooting for. That's number one.
You have one more.
Why not?
I did not know this.
And I'll just give you one last one, too. 49ers and Patriots. Because we all know Kyle Shanahan got the job for the San Francisco 49ers after losing with Atlanta up 28-3. For him to be able to go and win his first one against the team that sent him to become a head coach anyway after that 28-3 comeback win. And could you imagine if Shanahan leads this game by a large margin at home? What would happen?
I can't imagine what would
Talk about compelling narratives and storylines.
TJ, I know what would happen.
Those are my power rankings for possible Super Bowl 60
Love it.
matchups
Nice.
right here on The Rich Eisen Show.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.